Hello and welcome back, my lovelies. If you're just joining my page, welcome. My name is Miss B, the Haitian Hypergamous. Thank you for stopping by. So as I mentioned in my last video, I begun a series called The Bare Minimum Hypergamy 101 for women who are in the process of leveling up and having hypergamy in mind. So in today's video, I'll be expunging more on femininity and some insights of what I've discovered to be true and how I've utilized it in my own personal life. All right. So my lovelies, if you can recall what I stated in my last video about femininity, right? It's defined as a quality, a trait, the embodied personality of the female gender. So then let's explore what it is to be a feminine woman, right? But before I even delve into that, I want you guys to consider and understand why it's so important to be and to tap into this feminine essence, right? So think about this, ladies. As much as we crave a masculine man who provides, who likes to compete and dominate and conquer, who appears strong, who's a fixer, a thinker, a problem solver, who's focused, driven, and a classy man, do you think he would rather want to attract someone who he can impress? Or do you think he wants to be with someone who competes with his masculinity? So what I've come to understand and witness is that as much as we want a very masculine man, a very masculine provider man wants a very feminine woman. All right? So let that sink in. So let's bring it back to how we can tap into our feminine essence. All right. So number one, I know I said it before, but I feel like it's a necessary topic or point rather that I need to harp on. And what is it? It's self-worth, ladies. It's self-worth. Why self-worth? Self-worth is knowing how precious, how such a gift and deserving you are of every good thing that this life has to offer to you. I mean, if you didn't know it already, I'm letting you know now that you are a gift. Okay, the world needs you, so go forward and shine. All right, so then how can we discover or rediscover our self-worth? All right, I need you guys to do self-reflecting. Okay, self-reflect on who you are on your own terms. Take the time to be your own best friend. All right, I know that for some of you that may seem unfamiliar or quite possibly a challenge, but I really want to encourage you to explore this, new facet of self-worth. What defines you? What makes you you in life? Too many a times we go through the process of life where we sometimes lose focus. Okay, I mean, sometimes, when it comes to really investigating what we stand for and who we are, we kind of get lost in this mirage of, other, sayers of what we should be and what we should not be. And so even from the time we were born, most likely we were pushed and geared to a direction to be groomed into something or someone that we may not have initially found what we wanted to be. Sometimes we even look unto others for defining who we are. All right, this can be very, very dangerous as we can find ourselves embodying this falsehood of a persona, right, and not authentically become or embrace who we were meant to be. So I implore you to write down what makes you mad, okay? What makes you sad? What puts a smile on your face? What gets you ticked off? What are your hopes and dreams? What inspires you to be you? How do you treat others? What priorities do you want to be put in place? Be as honest and authentic to yourself and be safe in loving yourself. I personally had to go through this, journey where I had to really do some self-reflection. And it's still, it's still ongoing. We're always evolving, but definitely have a baseline of who you are and what you represent, right? And so you're going to be grateful for the process. So if you haven't begun, let this be the time, let this be the year where you are so sure of yourself that it's going to be so hard for a man, or anyone for that matter, to sway you into something you know for sure you're not interested in. Okay? Number 2, repel negative thinking or naysayers in your presence. Okay? Again, too many times we allow others who experience unfortunate relationship to kind of now sidetrack our own possibility of having a successful hypergamous relationship. I mean, we love our moms and our aunties or any other significant, wonderful women in our lives, but sometimes they can be a source of poor guidance on a successful hypergamous relationship. Sometimes even our girlfriends who have a history of broken and disappointed relationship kind of spill over onto our own track record of, being found by the right suitor. So let's be careful. Of course, we can always learn from the mishap of others, right? We can always learn from the mistakes, but let's not be part 2, okay, of this track line of mishaps. Let's not become be part of the stats, right? Let's also be mindful of the company we keep, especially if they are a source of drama or drainage of energy, right? Let us not be, self-sabotage ourselves to discover and knowing our worth of a great relationship. Do some self-affirmations. Remind yourself of your potential. I personally love positive affirmations, the ones that you can say to yourself, the one you can, write down and put on a sticky note, on your wall, or, those, you can plaster on those beautiful sayings on your wall, or whatever, place you would like to be seen as often as possible. The ones that says, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am loved, I am able to be able to love, I am able to receive by a great provider, and so forth. Create your own self-affirmations, speak it out into the universe, be around those who will reiterate that truth to you. Let it become your truth. Number 3, be comfortable and form relationship with other positive, goal-oriented female hypergamous women, feminine hypergamous women, which is why I encourage you to subscribe to this channel as an additional source of guidance and support as we try to connect and reach out to as many women who are in need. We ladies need to get back to the bonding of sisterhood. We women need to create this wave, this domino effect of change where we can come together and set up a code of standard, okay, where this code of standard that we deserve from provider masculine men. It is so essential to have minds sharpen other minds. Sometimes it takes a wake-up call from another sister to kind of whip us back into shape. Let's learn how to forgive and let's grow together. Let's learn from one another, not only for ourselves, but for the greater good of the community, of this sisterhood. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful overall if every woman in this world would have such a code of standard that, a potential suitor will have no choice but to do their part in being the provider men that they should be. Okay, so this is just it for now. We're going to delve a bit more into it in my next video. But these are some things that we can begin to do and to think about until the next video. So thank you again for listening. Please leave your empowering comments, questions, and thoughts on the comment section below. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification button for the next video. And I will see you the next time.